So let me just quickly show a demo of the final product. So here we are having the visual that I'm talking about is this, where we'll be able to see the different stages where the shipment is, and we'll be able to track for that particular shipment ID up until where the delivery process or where it is currently at. So for example, the 0011234 shipment is at a ordered stage, which is having a shipping progress of 25%, and the delivery estimated delivery time is 12 days. So let's look at three more different examples. So for the 12363, it's in the ordered and sent, and the shipping progress is at 50% with the delivery estimated delivery time is 7 days. And similarly, we'll see the progress. So I'll be showing how we can create this particular visual to track the data. And first, let's see the data. So I'm having just normal shipping details dataset that has the shipment ID and the origin and destination of that particular shipment and departure date. So this departure date basically tells us when was the order placed at the origin, and the shipment date corresponds to the destination. So when it will be reaching the destination, for the shipment status as delivered, this date would be the same as the delivery date. And similarly, we have the ETA when it would be approximately reaching the shipment date at the destination. And what are the stages that we have for the shipment, like the delivered, in delivery, and ordered and sent. So these are multiple different stages for the shipment to be processed from the origin to the destination. And we have some of the details like who is the sender, who is the receiver, and what is the weight of that particular shipment. Let's look at the model view. Here we have all the tables disconnected. So currently we are not dealing with any of the relationships. Let's get started. So initially I'll insert a line chart. Uh, this status table is a calculated table that I've created using the details from the shipment details. So shipment details is the main table. I'll drag the shipment status from the status table into the visual. And I'll create a dummy measure that has just the value of 1. So we are creating this dummy measure just to create a horizontal baseline on the visual. So this is the visual horizontal baseline that I'm talking about. And let's just add the markers, increase the marker size to maximum, which is of 20. So right now we have the different stages marked, but the order of the stages are not in a proper order. Like initially we'll be ordering. Let me show you the status. So this is the order in which the shipment will be processed from the origin to the destination. Initially, they would be ordering, and then the shipment will be sent, and it will be in the transit, which is in delivery, and then it will reach the destination, which is delivered, right? So here we don't see that particular order. So what we can do is for that, under the status, for the shipment status, we could sort it using the order. But this, since this is a calculated table that is created from the shipment details, it would like it would throw us a circular reference error. So we have two different options to deal with this error right now. So one is to create a individual table that is not a calculated table, but has a static values, like using the curly braces. This would not throw us an error, the circular reference error. The other approach would be we could use the calculated table that we have created, but instead what we can do is we could add the order that we already created here into the tooltips and sort it using that. So I'll just do that. So right now, as we can see, the order of stages were corrected, right? So the other thing that we wanted here is, for example, if this shipment ID 12363, for example, it is in delivery. So up until the in delivery stage, it has to be in one color, and anything beyond that, it should be in a different color, because this is something that we haven't, the shipment is yet to reach to the destination, right? So for that, what we can do is we can create another measure Uh, yeah. Here, what we are trying to do is the selected value. Here we are having three variables. The first initial variable, we will be storing the selected shipment status from the shipment details. So that will be the initial variable. And the second variable, what we are trying to do here is we would take the maximum order number associated with the selected shipment status. And in the third variable, what we are trying to do is we are trying to filter down and return values only the where the order number is less than or equal to the maximum order number associated with the shipment status. So essentially, we'll be filtering up until that particular state. So up until now, are there any questions or clarifications needed? All right. So let's add that measure to the visual. Yeah. So the gray color indicates the dummy, the baseline that we have created, and the dummy line highlight, the orange one indicates that up until where that particular shipment ID has been processed. All right. So right now, what we are almost 50% done. What we want on this particular thing is we need a check marks for each of the stages where it has been already completed, exactly to be overlapped on the markers. So for that, even if we enable the data labels, for the position, we just have the above or under, right? So if we just select the above, it would be on the top, or if we select the under, it would be on the bottom, so below the chart. So it's not on the markers. So for that, what we can do is we can create, so the baseline is currently of 1, right? So we can create a new baseline that is slightly below the existing baseline, and we could hide the lines and markers of that, just enabling the labels so that it would overlay on the existing markers that we have. So this is the a measure that I've created. So the dummy just holds the value of 1. So it essentially returns 0.92 as a value. So this 0.92 is something that we can see below the line. The existing baseline is 1 and 0.92 would be slightly below the existing line. So I would add that to the visual and turn off the markers and line for the new baseline. So we just have the labels here. So right now what we wanted to do is we'll turn off all the labels and just insert labels for the newly added. That means the value where you see 0.920 would be replaced with a check mark. So I've created another measure that just holds the check mark value. That's it. So what we can do is just go to the data labels and select the checkmark dummy checkmark position, which is this, the baseline that you see at the bottom, and we'll turn off all the labels for the above series. Yeah. And under the values, we would add the checkmark label, which has only the checkmark in it. So right now, it's almost done 90%. So what we can do is we have to overlay this on the markers. For that, we need to have to play with the y-axis. So this is done. Let's clean up the visual a little bit, turning off the legends. And what we can do to get the progress, like yeah, to get the shipping progress and estimated delivery time is we could create a new measure that just holds, that just assigns based on the current shipping status. Like for example, if the shipping status is ordered, then it would assign a 25% value. If it's sent, then it would assign a 50%, and similarly for the other stages. This is a simple logic, but it can be complex if we wanted to deal with multiple stages and if we wanted to get an accuracy of the percentages as well. So that is how we get the shipping progress. This is a text box, and similarly for the estimated delivery time, we would get the delivery from the shipping details table that we have ETA here. So we would return this value. If it is blank, then we would return a hyphen. So this case would be for the already delivered one. So like if the shipment is already delivered, then it would not have an ETA for that. So it would return a blank. So then we would give a hyphen there. So the final output would be something like this one. And the cards that you see here below would be activated, like the color would be changing based on the statuses. Like if it is delivered, then the receiver has received the product, right? So only then it would be in the orange color, or else when it is ordered also, the sender would not have any color, because the transit of the sent and in delivery only would be conveyed through these color coding mechanism here right now. See, for the ordered, we don't have anything. And for the sent or delivered or in delivery, then we would be having these colored. And this, the last card, the receiver would be colored only if it is delivered. Yeah, that's it from my end.